Ford just made a bold move, expanding EV production overseas, and Trump isn't happy. He fired off a threat that shook the auto industry, but Ford CEO Jim Farley struck back. With American jobs and the future of manufacturing at stake, who will win this showdown?
EV's the same price as an internal combustion engine vehicle now. And for the future of Ford, which is the only company...
Ford has long been a symbol of American automotive prowess, but in recent years, the company has been steering its future toward electric vehicles, EVs, with a significant focus on Europe. This shift isn't just about building cars, it's about redefining Ford's place in a rapidly changing global market. In 2021, Ford announced a bold plan to invest $1 billion to modernize its assembly plant in Cologne, Germany. This wasn't just a facelift, the goal was to transform the facility into the Ford Cologne Electrification Center, dedicated entirely to producing electric vehicles. The first of these European-built EVs was slated to roll off the line in 2023. This move underscored Ford's commitment to an all-electric future, especially in Europe, where environmental regulations are stringent and the demand for EVs is accelerating. But why Germany? And why such a hefty investment overseas? The decision was influenced by several factors. Firstly, Europe has been at the forefront of the green movement, with countries like Germany offering substantial incentives for EV adoption. By establishing a strong manufacturing presence in Europe, Ford positions itself to meet local demand more efficiently and aligns with regional sustainability goals.
You just published this morning. For those of you who haven't gone to read it, Jim's going to walk you through it because it really lays out your vision, particularly around electric vehicles.
Moreover, Germany's well-established supply chains for automotive components make it an ideal hub for EV production. The proximity to key suppliers means reduced transportation costs and streamlined logistics, which are crucial for the complex manufacturing processes of electric vehicles. Another consideration is the competitive landscape. European automakers, such as Volkswagen and BMW, have been aggressive in their EV strategies. To remain competitive, Ford recognized the need to have a significant footprint in the region, not just in sales, but in production and innovation. However, this global strategy isn't without its challenges. While Ford is investing heavily in Europe, it must balance this with its American identity and the expectations of its U.S. workforce. The move has sparked discussions about the future of American manufacturing and the role of U.S. companies in the global economy. In essence, Ford's expansion into Europe represents a strategic effort to stay relevant and competitive in a world that's rapidly embracing electric mobility. It's a calculated bet that by investing in regions that are leading the EV charge, Ford can secure its place in the automotive industry's future.
We're your friends. We need to build a strong two nations, not fight each other. It benefits China. That's what it does.
All right, Doug Ford, it's always great to see you.
In early 2025, former President Donald Trump made headlines by imposing substantial tariffs on imports from Canada and Mexico, setting the stage for significant economic repercussions. Specifically, he announced a 25% tariff on all goods coming from these neighboring countries, citing concerns over illegal immigration and drug trafficking as primary justifications. Additionally, a 10% tariff was levied on energy resources from Canada and on imports from China. These measures were slated to take effect on February 4th, 2025. The rationale behind these tariffs was multifaceted. Trump aimed to pressure Canada and Mexico into taking more stringent actions against illegal activities that, in his view, adversely affected the United States. By imposing economic penalties, he sought to incentivize these countries to bolster their efforts in curbing illegal immigration and drug smuggling, particularly the influx of fentanyl, a potent synthetic opioid contributing to the opioid crisis in the U.S.
25% tariffs on Mexico are to be delayed for a month. Hours later, a similar deal was announced with Canada after President Trump spoke to Canada's Prime Minister Justin Trudeau.
However, the implementation of these tariffs carried significant implications for the automotive industry. The North American automotive sector is deeply integrated, with supply chains that crisscross borders multiple times during the production process. For instance, a single vehicle might have components sourced from various plants in the US, Canada, and Mexico before final assembly. Imposing a 25% tariff at each crossing point could substantially increase production costs. These increased costs would likely be passed on to consumers, leading to higher vehicle prices in the US market. Additionally, the tariffs could disrupt established supply chains, causing delays and inefficiencies. Automakers might be forced to seek alternative suppliers or restructure their manufacturing processes, both of which could entail significant expenses and logistical challenges. The tariffs risk provoking retaliatory measures from the affected countries. Canada and Mexico, being major trading partners, could impose their tariffs on US goods, potentially leading to a tit-for-tat trade war. Such a scenario would not only affect the automotive industry, but could also have broader economic consequences, impacting various sectors reliant on international trade.
For now, just hours before Donald Trump's 25% tariffs on Canadian goods were supposed to kick in, the U.S. president suddenly put them off. First, he agreed.
When former President Donald Trump announced a 25% tariff on imports from Canada and Mexico, it sent ripples through the automotive industry. Ford, with its extensive North American supply chain, was directly in the crosshairs. CEO Jim Farley didn't remain silent. He addressed the situation head-on, emphasizing Ford's unwavering commitment to its strategic vision and highlighting the company's ongoing investments in U.S. manufacturing. In public statements, Farley acknowledged the challenges posed by the tariffs, but remained steadfast in his belief that Ford's global strategy was essential for the company's future. He pointed out that while the tariffs could increase costs, Ford had already been proactive in strengthening its domestic operations. For instance, the company had invested significantly in its U.S. plants, aiming to bolster production capabilities and support American jobs. Farley emphasized that Ford's decision to expand its electric vehicle (EV) production overseas was not about abandoning its American roots, but about staying competitive in a rapidly evolving global market. He highlighted that the move was driven by the need to access established supply chains, tap into emerging markets, and leverage international expertise. By doing so, Ford aimed to bring innovative and affordable EVs to consumers worldwide, including those in the US. Moreover, Farley underscored the importance of international collaborations. He noted that partnerships with global entities allowed Ford to share knowledge, reduce costs, and accelerate the development of cutting-edge technologies. These collaborations were not just beneficial, but necessary in an industry where innovation is key to survival. The tension between Ford's global expansion and its American identity raises important questions about the impact on U.S. jobs and the company's innovative capacity. On one hand, there's concern that moving production overseas could lead to job losses domestically. On the other, global expansion might be the key to driving innovation and ensuring Ford's competitiveness. Regarding employment, it's understandable why some might worry about potential job cuts in the U.S. due to overseas production. However, Ford has been actively investing in domestic EV plants, signaling a commitment to creating new jobs in the burgeoning green energy sector. These investments are not just about building cars, they're about building the future workforce. By focusing on EVs, Ford is opening avenues for jobs that align with the industry's shift towards sustainability. Innovation is another critical aspect. Expanding globally allows Ford to tap into diverse markets and collaborate with international partners. This exposure can lead to the exchange of ideas and technologies that might not be available within the US alone. By embracing a global perspective, Ford can integrate a variety of innovations into its vehicles, enhancing their appeal to a broader audience.
Tariffs. The tariffs that President Trump had planned to impose on Mexico and Canada have been pushed out by a month. How does the company plan to take advantage of this 4-week delay?
The recent clash between Ford CEO Jim Farley and former President Donald Trump over tariffs isn't just a corporate skirmish, it's a window into the complex web of U.S. trade relations, especially with neighbors like Canada and Mexico. Trump's proposal to slap a 25% tariff on imports from these countries has the potential to ignite a trade war, affecting not just the automotive sector, but various industries intertwined with North American commerce. So, what are your thoughts on this? Let us know in the comments below.